All right, here we are back for another episode 9, I believe, of the Pumpkin Build and Pumpkin Hackathon Live build. We are Media. Go to our website there, check us out, see everything we're doing. We just finished up the trending show. We had 3 other projects that are building in the hackathon as well that we interviewed. Really good show, great interviews. Love what those guys are building over there. A lot of fun. We'll be dropping those clips tomorrow. But of course, today we are on to episode 9 of the hackathon build. We are building a live game show, which we will be presenting live, producing live. On top of our other already pre-existing game show we built a while back, 26 episodes in, Moon or Dust, Deal or No Deal style game. The game we're building at the moment is based on the classic 1980s game show called Card Sharks. Go to YouTube and check out some clips from that. But that's what we're building, and we're on to the next part. We've been testing out the game a few times, and we are looking to get to a final, dial in that final sudden death round as well today. We're also going to be using our guy, Mr. Bitzel. He sent me some images of himself, so we're going to use him as our jack card or enforcer, which is pretty funny. Anybody in the chat, let us know what's going on. Whoever's there right now, as people flood in, thanks for tuning in. Let us know you're there. Any feedback, questions, anything, all of that, let us know. We might even have someone come in here live to play on the show as well and test it out with us. That'd be pretty sweet. Of course, there's my twin brother, Adam. Adam, how you doing? Our developer in chief.
Yeah, doing great. Pretty hectic day. Just kind of doing a lot of catch up here in the last hour. It's the old birthday, you know.
Oh yeah, it's our birthday.
It was your birthday as well, Mr. P, was it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, but yeah, looking forward to obviously tucking into another week here of nice building. I think this is kind of where everything starts coming together. Once we get our sudden death round kind of figured out here, if we feel like the flow is good and it's it's entertaining, we're kind of coming to the point in where we're going to start making everything look good and adding all the Mr. P spice in there. So yeah, really looking forward to this week.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Hectic week. We got another 3 shows or 3 projects again on trending tomorrow, so it's going to be hectic. I'm working on, the regular cards too in the background. The ones we already showed you how the building process of maybe 2 of those. So we started off with the 10, just the plain cards. We're working on the colored cards. We'll jump back to the back as well. Still haven't come up with the finalized name for this. So any more ideas, keep sending them our way. Drop them into the chat. Drop them into Moon or Dust Telegram channel, whatever suits you. But yeah, a couple of good names would be nice there too. We've had some good suggestions so far. I'm not sure if we've landed on anything yet, but we might have to go back and reassess some of those too. But we'll get there. There's still a little bit of work in the build here.
We can always bounce some ideas off ChatGPT as well and get the juices flowing.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, anybody that's in the audience, let us know. Don't be shy. And we'll continue the build. Give us your feedback, give us your thoughts. We've taken a lot of feedback from the audience already as well, and we've made adjustments based on it. So your feedback is very much appreciated, taken on board, and even implemented if if we think it works, if we trash it out. So yeah, excited and again for another build. Adam, do you want to kind of catch us up on where we're at with everything at the moment and where you're at? And
yeah,
there you are. There's your screen.
All right, yeah, so basically on the last game, I think we actually played a game, but I got whitewashed by Mr. P, so we never actually made it into the sudden death round. So I think this time we're actually going to have to force it if that's kind of how it's trending. Mm-hmm. So we just made some adjustments to the sudden death round. We had it at like 5 cards, and whoever got the survey question right, they would decide whether they'd go themselves and they'd be able to swap their first card, or the other opponent, they would force them to play without any swaps and they'd have to run the ladder. But it was a bit anticlimactic. It was just kind of over and done with pretty quickly. It didn't feel like a final round. I just wasn't feeling it. So
because one of the participants don't even really get to participate in it in that setup. So yeah, I think we need to make it a little bit more intense, a bit more involving for both participants.
Yeah, yes, exactly. And then there was just a little of producer UI. We found a little issue with the ice card. Um, the opponent only gets higher lower when control passes, no spot, no freeze, no server question. They just keep climbing. So these are just some tweaks that we made to that sudden death round. Freeze the game immediately transitions to the survey phase. The card run UI disappears and the survey panel with load question appears so the producer can load the next question. There's a lot of producer UI where it was allowing buttons to be clicked that shouldn't be available, in that game phase. So we are just kind of tidying up some of that as well on the back end, which we have now tidied up. So we're kind of ready to test another game and force ourselves to go into a sudden death round.
Very nice. So that's where we're at with the actual Replit and the Replit build, which is the AI coding software that Adam's using. Anybody can go and check that out at replit.com if you want to follow along or sink your teeth in. There's other ones out there too, called Lovable is one, Cursor is another one, but Replit is Adam's software of choice, and that's what we're using here. So you can follow along. It's got the architect mode, it's got the plan mode, it's got the built-in agents and all that. So it's a really cool piece of software that they're developing out there, and very
Yeah,
useful. And they're constantly upgrading it and all that. And of course, this is part of the Pump Fun Hackathon. And the token we launch is called Mafia. If you want to join in the ride that we're doing, share the vision, want to get involved, go and pick yourself up a bag down there. If you're watching live on Pump Fun, if you're watching after the fact, head on over to Pump Fun, pick yourself up a bag. Um, of course, it's all part of it too. 130 million of those tokens are locked for 1 year as well. Shout out to Dr. Fire Chicken and the Fire Chicken crew over there. They locked up 30 million of those as well last week of their own accord. And of course, we locked up 100 million as well ourselves as part of the Pump Fun Hackathon build. So go and check that out. If you want to pick up a bag, go and do so. But please share the content, talk to friends of yours that you know that might be interested in something like this, and hopefully you'll follow along with us, learn something, and be able to build your own stuff as well. And check out the website, of course, moonerdust.media. Now, today, we're also going to be looking at some more of the playing cards. Here's the ones that we have so far. I think I went through this build of this one. Since then, I've created the 10 of hearts, as you can see there. And the 10 of clubs is right there. I still got to get to the 10 of spades. We initially started color cards with the king. I'm still doing some tightening up on this here, on this little corner edges, but we'll tighten all that up. Looking at making maybe potential a universal background for all of these as well, but we'll get to that. There is the queen based on Only Rose, of course. Shout out to C Lady and the Only Rose fam out there. And today we're looking at building the Jack, who's going to be the enforcer. So we've gone for the mafioso theme, I should say. Thanks to Josh for that suggestion. I think it works really well here for what we're doing. So
yeah.
again, we'll be tidying all of these up. And today we're going to focus on the Jack with our guy, Mr. Pixel, Mr. Bitzel. I'm Mr. Pixel. As
Hold on a
the
second. What?
I'm talking too much, man. I'm talking too much these days.
Yeah,
When I finish
burnt
up these
out, man.
streams, I'm just like, I just want peace and quiet. I don't even want to hear my own voice anymore. I just want to zip it. But yeah, so we're going to be working on the Jack today a little bit. Do you think we should get into that here first, Adam? Want to get
Yeah,
into
and I
that
mean,
first?
if Mr. Bitzel is around and he's available to jump on the show with us, that would be fun. He can watch the build with us, and obviously we want to do some testing, so he could jump in and play against. We could have Mr. Pixel versus Mr. Bitzel.
Yeah, wouldn't that be something? Um, okay, so what I have here is the chat that I've been using. Let me add that to the stage. There it is, using Chat GPT here, everybody. Oh, hold on. I just lost all my windows there. Give me 1 second. Okay, there we are. I'm back. Okay, so yeah, so I'm going to let's work on the Jack. On the Jack. Next. I have an image of a person attached. So we will use his face for the card. Keep it exactly the same art style, etc., as the others. This will be the enforcer. Okay, so let's, and I'll just say, give me the prompt.
And we got Dracoshi in the house.
What
What you
up,
guys building,
Drakoshi?
huh? The twin devs. Yeah, something like that.
Yes. All right. So here, welcome,
The
brother.
twin
Thank you for
devs
tuning in.
on their birthday. Would you believe it? We're still here, still grinding.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we can't have it too long today because I know the family are looking to have a little get together. So we won't drag it out too much today, but we'll certainly get a game done. We'll try get as close as we can to getting this card done. So yeah, anybody that's in the chat, say what's up. Let us know you're there. So here is our first prompt: stylized playing card. Face illustration of a mafia enforcer character designed as the Jack card, using the attached face image as likeness reference while keeping a stylized illustrated look, not photorealistic. Illustrated in traditional casino playing card artwork style with bold, clean line work, flat painted color treatment, and symmetrical mirrored playing card composition, matching the king and queen cards. Well, we don't. Yeah, we don't want to put that in because it doesn't have any memory when I'm putting in a new prompt. So that's not really going to work, but I can edit that out after the fact. So I'm going to pop on over here to openart.ai if anybody wants to go and check it out. This is what I use. Shout out to the OpenArt team there. We're open for sponsorships. I'm kidding. Um, but yeah, this is the software that I use. It's loads of stuff built into this, not just for image creation, but also for image animation and all that. But yeah, you can go and check it out for yourself too. It's a really good platform that I use a lot. As you can see, I have Mr. Bitzel loaded up here. He was kind enough to send me a picture of himself. So what we'll do is we'll paste in that prompt and we'll make sure that we got our ratios right down here. We'll set it to 2K and 3.4 for our ratios. We're using Nano Banana Pro. Of course, you can select multiple models in here, but we were getting the best results from Nano Banana Pro, so that's what we're going to continue to use so we can keep everything in the same vein. So let's go
And
ahead.
I'm sure everyone's wondering what are those sharks doing inside in bed. It's not what you think, guys. It's not what you think.
It's a fetish of mine. Sea creatures. No.
Gay
The
fish.
Yeah, you're a gay fish. Um, South Park reference there, anybody? You're not familiar? Yes, that's from Rico's Revenge, which is another game that we built, vibe coded and created. That's going to be launching very soon over at ape.church. Go and check that out. Use promo code MOD if you are setting up your account over there. Sean will send you some extra ape to get your career started. We did an interview with those guys too. You can see it on our X account too. If you go to the highlighted section, our handle is Moonerdust Media. But that's going to be launching hopefully very soon here. It's been totally handed off by us. So they are working on it now over at ape.church and hopefully it'll be launching there very soon. Waiting to hear back from them. But that's going to be nice. That's why you're looking at a shark right there. So here, back to the prompt. Stylized playing card, blah, 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 blah. Using the attached face image. So with this new setup they have, you can put an at. So at image 1 right there. So then it knows exactly what you're referencing. It's like you can tag it as likeness reference while keeping a stylized illustrated look. Flat point and composition matching the king and queen card. So we want to get rid of that. And symmetrical mirrored playing card composition. So we'll just get rid of the matching part. All right. The character has a confident, slightly dangerous expression, wearing a sharp, tailored suit with subtle underworld styling details, posture suggesting readiness and authority, optional subtle accessories such as cufflink, watch, or understated luxury details to show status. Without overpowering the design, background includes minimal style like casino or private club, hints kept graphic rather than realistic, balanced color palette using deep navy, charcoal, cream, muted gold accents with limited red highlights. Okay. I feel
Everyone's kind
like,
of in suits then, are they? I guess that's really what
well, I mean,
mafia
that's what
usually is.
mafiosos wear. Um,
True.
let's give him a gangster hat. Assuming he's the Jack. Not sure exactly what the name of the gangster hat is actually called, but we'll put it in. I'm sure the AI. So we do have auto polish clicked on here. So let's give a run through and see what we get. So we let that generate here for a minute and see how accurate it gets Mr. Bitzel.
Mr.
Mafia
Bitzel, I hope
devs.
you're,
What's that?
you're wa- I said, Mr. Bitzel, I hope you're watching. This is history in the making here. You're being cardified.
He's going to see himself in all the game shows moving forward now too. But yeah, a lot of fun, and thanks, Mr. Bitzel, for sending that over and being involved in the build here with us. And please, everybody, if you're in the chat, let us know. Give us your feedback. Let us know what you think. I'm not sure this time of day it can be hectic when it comes to generating sometimes, but we'll see how this goes. What are you working on over there at the moment, Adam?
I'm just prepping up a game. I've got the control panel ready here. I've got the game screen all full screened out, kind of ready to go. Really, that's kind of our next step here is to run a game. So it's Jason Statham.
Look at the teeny hat that it gave him. Okay, this is the reference image. Oh, it doesn't show me the reference image. Okay, well, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go back here and also base it on, let's say, Muggsy Malone. Any other gangsterific names, guys, we should use here to kind of use it? Yeah, Dracosh said, yeah, Nano Banana be acting up sometimes. Mr. Bitzer says he'll see if he can come on in a bit. All right, awesome. Thanks for tuning in as well, brother. He's with the fam. Yeah, no pressure, brother. No pressure. Do your thing. I know
No,
it's
no.
a holiday here today. Happy President's Day, everybody. Also base, let's say use Muggsy. Oh, I already wrote Muggsy. Muggsy Malone as inspiration, I guess, with a classic, let's say classic gangster hat and feel. Okay, so we'll get another prompt here and see if we can do a little better. Leprechaun Mafia. Yeah, I think we had the IRA. It was like our mafia. All
Yeah,
right,
that
Mafia
was it.
Enforcer. Muggsy inspired. Okay, let's just run it. I'm not going to be bothered reading through it again for everybody. I just want to make sure using image 1. So add image 1. There it is. Okay, let's run that and see what we get back. But yeah, I did like the symmetry of this one. Kind of looked well. I'm going to actually put in here, give him a Tommy
Mr. Bitzel
gun.
is saying Fedora. Koshi says make him look like Scarface. Fuck it.
A fedora, is that the correct
Just go
terminology?
all
It
out.
is. Okay. Okay. And I said to give him a Tommy gun as well. I think, if you're going to be the Jack Enforcer, I think you'd certainly need a Tommy gun. So let's
Keep
see what
talking,
we
guys.
got.
Level 1 chat is cooking.
God, loading this up is vexing. I had to refresh like 3 times. Yeah, sorry about that. I know that happens from time to time. All right,
That's
there's
normal.
Mr. Bitzel. There's the hat. That ain't a Tommy gun, though. But I do need to update the prompt to get that Tommy gun version. Okay, let's copy and paste that and run the new one. There it is, using add image 1. Okay, so let's build that again and see what we get. Are you ready to have a game here, Adam? Should we jump over? Who is 5UT anyway, by the way? I'm not sure who that is. I always forget. My apologies. Can't remember all the numbers or the letters. Um, okay, well, let's see what we get here from Mr. Bitzel.
Yeah, let's see what we get here first, and then we can jump over to do a game.
All right, cool, cool. All right, and again, thanks everybody for jumping in with us. We are moonordust.media. Please go to the website, check out everything that we got going on. Ooh, okay, now we're sucking diesel, as they would say back home. All right, look at that. Yeah, I like it. I like it. That looks pretty cool. And I'm just, thinking now that I'm potentially just going to cut him out and use the same background that we have. So it's more so just to make sure that we get the actual character correct. So yeah, that's not looking too bad. I'm going to
Yeah, I
run
like
another.
that.
Yeah, I'm going to run another 2 here, and we go and play a game, and we can pop back over and check out what we got after the fact. So there you go. Let's put those 2 generating for now. Pop back down. And again, like I said, we're moonerdust.media. Everybody go and check out our website. Look at everything we got going on. This is for the Pump Fun Hackathon build. Our next game show, our first game show we built, we tested in public, and we have about 26 live episodes done. We've given away a nice shot of cash as well to many, many projects. Of course, you can install the bot, the trending bot. If you go to the trending section there, install that, and you might get an offer for your project or community to go on the show too and win some money, take on the AI whales. With DeFi Sean as the host, would be a lot of fun. And of course, if you like and you share in the vision, you like everything that we're doing here, go pick yourself up a bag of Mafia token. All right, Adam, we ready to rock a game out here?
I'm ready to go. Welcome, Tazzy. Tazzy's in the house.
Drakoshi said, can you give him the same suit but in white? Yes, we can. What up, Tazzy? Thanks for jumping in, brother. Appreciate you as always.
You want to make this window a bit bigger here and maybe kind of put us.
Well, it's because of the ratio of your screen there. But yeah, I can put us over here once we
There we
get to
go.
the build or the actual
Right.
game mode itself.
Okay, so I guess is it going to be me against you again here or what?
Yeah, I guess so. All right, just setting up the game there. Okay,
Generate questions.
okay, SFC, I am putting in a prompt here in the background to make it a white pinstripe suit. We'll mix it up a little bit, and I'll run that prompt, and I can show you everything that we got here after we play a first round. All right. So what's it doing there now, Adam? It's just generating our predetermined 50 questions,
Generate more
right?
questions.
All
yes, right. And there we go. We're ready to start the match. So
right,
I will
sweet.
go over to the game screen. There we go. And we're ready to deal the cards.
All right, let's test this bad boy out.
Mr. P, here you go.
All right, what we got?
4.
Oh, nice.
6. There we go. We'll take it.
Coach said I got to start my own game. Yes, sir, you do. Hey, come on here. Come up on here if you get some time, and we'll test it out. Look at that. Twins on their birthday getting twin cards. Got all these good videos here showing the way. Good, man. Yeah, absolutely. That's the thing. That's what we're trying to show people is that anybody can do this. And the overheads are minimum. You can do it on a very lean budget, and you can do it quickly. And you can get from concept to actual MVP product very, very quickly.
Yeah. Okay, so I think we're ready for the first question.
All right. Let's do it. What percentage of people learned a new skill from a streaming tutorial? How pertinent.
It's my, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, your answer.
Okay, so I think be relatively high. I think I'll go with 55.
Okay, I'm going to go higher.
I'll go higher.
Yeah.
All right, so he says higher. Our survey says 59.
59. Pretty close.
Close.
All right, I'll take control. Yeah, I'm going to swap out that 8. Wrong, Drakoshi. 40%. Let's go lower than the jack.
Going the jack. It's an 8.
Eesh. Let's go lower than the 8.
Lower than an 8. 7.
Freeze.
There we go. Freeze. All right, so I'm going to
Just a
load it
quick
up.
question. Just a quick question there, Adam. Let's say as regard the gameplay.
Yep.
Like if I didn't freeze there and I just played anyway and I got it wrong, I mean, isn't it the same as just freezing?
Um, yeah, you're right. It actually is the same as freezing because you just sit on the one you're on.
Hmm. So why would I freeze?
You see, that remember we talked about this earlier on that if you get it wrong, that you go back to the start of the ladder in a normal round.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, maybe we got to implement that.
Yeah.
So,
Otherwise, there
'cause
is really no real incentive to freeze.
no, there's not. Okay, well let's make a note of that.
Yep. I think I'll check in with ChatGPT to confirm
Hmm.
that is the case. Let me just make a note here.
All right, very good. Just gonna let you do that, and I'm gonna add in. Remove that and add in here. Check out what we got. All right, everybody. So I generated a few more here. These were the last few that. Oh no, that was the other one. Let me just check that. There we go. That's pretty nice. This was the next one that we got. Not too bad. We got the Tommy gun there. That's all in place. Here's a pretty cool one that I actually kind of like because I can still mirror this myself. Like, just take this, just like we did with Rose. So yeah, that's not looking too bad. Then here is the white suit, as was requested by SFC there, and I like that too. Mr. Bitzel, are you happy with how you're looking? And here's another one, and that's nice too. I have to say I do like that one as well. And I got some more running here at the moment, so we'll see what it gives me next. Let's see what we got. Okay, not too bad. And this is the next one. You got that smug looking face on him. Yeah, not too bad at all. There's a few good ones in there we can certainly use, but I'm still going to run one or two more. I do like the white suit idea. Looks good, and also mixes it up. And I know his head is a different color there, but I can go in and chat to edit after the fact and make that hat white, just like the suit needs to be. We can spit it out. Smirk looking good. Yeah. Yeah, looking really good. I have to say, I kind of do like this one a lot. It's kind of got that gangsterific vibes. Confident, but he's gonna pump you full of lead. Also, but yeah, I do like it. It's looking pretty good. Okay, so we'll generate a few more. Here we go. Here's another one. You still got the black hat, not too bad. And here's another one. The white suit. It seems to be constantly giving him the dark hat now this time. But again, at the end of the day, yeah, these are looking good. These are my two faves so far. So I like this one, and I like this one. I like both of these. I think the composition's good. I think the pose is good. But yeah, we'll keep going, and let's generate another few, and let's get back to the game for now. All right. Coach said black is always gangster. Yeah, it is. But we'll see. We'll see how it pays out. We can test them out. And all right, Adam, where are we at?
Okay. No, it's saying that is how the mechanic works. So let's just break it down here for a minute.
But I'm just thinking too, like in the original game show, remember, they were betting. So they would have an opening round and then they would bet on, whatever the cards
Yeah.
coming up, right? So maybe they were penalized that way instead of having to go all the way back, they would lose. But white looks
Yes.
classy, old
Yeah.
school
Yeah.
gangster. Yeah, it does. It does. Okay, Adam, what you got?
Okay. So I just I just asked for clarification really, and was that how it worked? And yes, it does. If you freeze, you stop where you are. If you get the guess wrong, you stop where you are. But so what's the advantage to freezing over just taking a guess? You stay on the card either way. Excellent question. Honestly, this is where a lot of people initially misunderstand card shark style mechanics. You're correct that on the surface it looks like freezing does nothing because wrong guess you stay on the same card, freeze you stay on the same card. So why freeze? The answer is freezing protects your position from opponent advancement. A wrong guess hands initiative to your opponent while your ladder is still incomplete. That difference is huge strategically. Let's break it down properly. Core advantage of freezing: freeze, defensive control preservation. When you freeze, you stop voluntarily. Opponent must win a survey question before touching their ladder. Your progress remains protected. When you guess and get it wrong, opponent immediately gets a chance to gain control. They may start advancing toward beating your progress. So if you get it wrong, that means that there's no survey question, so they gain control of the board and they get to start guessing. Is that right? Player A ladder. Base card is 9. Position is card 5 of 7. If you want to keep guessing, call hard the 9, reveal 4 wrong. Now opponent can win question. Opponent can start climbing ladder. Momentum shifts. Option 2, freeze. You freeze the card 5, result opponent still needs to win a question. Your
Okay.
progress locked safely. You've controlled tempo. Biggest difference: wrong guess, initiative loss. Freeze, initiative delay. That's the strategic layer. Psychological advantage: freeze signals I'm close, pressure is on you. Opponents often overthink survey questions, take riskier guesses, creates tension. Great for live stream drama. Again, specifically extra factors because you added a nice card, more random assist, freeze becomes more valuable, protects progress from volatility. So either way, there's a question.
Either way, there's a question, but so is it if you get it wrong, the opponent gets to answer the question first, and if you freeze, you get to answer the question first then?
Let's find out.
All right. Everybody, we are using Chat GPT right now to tease this out. We created the entire Replit game design document using Chat GPT and put it into Replit, and we've been building on that since as we make tweaks and features and things like that. As we add them, take them out, change things, we update that game design document. So we use this as our base hub. So if a player one freezes and then go to a survey question, who gets to answer the question, player one or two? Player one gets the
Player
question.
one,
Okay. And here we are, everybody. Let me remove this really quick while Adam's typing it up there. We got a few more designs coming in. There's another one. We did get the hat the same color this time. And here's a gray version, actually. That doesn't look too terrible. Definitely something we can work with. A little funky on the hand side here, a bit. But again, I am leaning back towards... I mean, this one here doesn't look too bad either. I think that was the one I was looking at. Yeah. So I do like that one. That's pretty good. But yeah, this one has the most attitude, I think, so far. And we can mix up that suit if we like. But yeah. So I'm thinking maybe let's copy that image for now. And what I'll do is I'll chop him up a little bit here. So let me pull up Photoshop real quick. There it is. Window. Oh, where's my... Okay, I gotta pop it up on the screen here. There it is. All right, share. Add to stage. Okay, so here we are. There's our queen card. So let's drop that down for now on the king and close all these out. So we can have a... Okay, there it is. There's the man himself, Mr. Bitzel. So let's just pop this in here, have a look. Okay, it has that cream color on it. So let's just adjust the levels here a little bit, brighten up so it's a little whiter. Bring those darks down a touch on the level front. And what we'll do is we can cut them out a little bit here. If everybody wants to watch me cutting it out, it's going to be a lot of fun. But it won't take too long, everybody, I promise. So let's go. Let's cut them out and we'll see what we can do with this. And again, we can always, go back after the fact and give him a white suit if we think that might be better. But we'll see. The only apprehension I have about the white suit is it might not look well against the other cards, considering. But we can test it out. But yeah, this is the jack, everybody. This is the enforcer. Oh, I got lights flickering here. We got really bad weather right now, so I'm hoping I don't cut out. If I do, I'll just have to go and celebrate my birthday then, I guess. But yeah, so we'll just cut them out here and we'll do a little messing around. I'm using Photoshop here. Anybody that has any Photoshop experience, you might be familiar. There's also a free alternative to Photoshop if you are not paying for an Adobe Cloud subscription or you don't have Photoshop. It's called GIMP and has a lot of the very same features as Photoshop in there. So you can always go and download that. 100% free as far as I'm aware. Last I heard about it, but I've never actually used it myself, but I have seen people use it before. When I was on hard times, I still just I've just been using Adobe for so long.
All right, I'm not sure if Mr. P is after completely crashing out there on us. It's very possible. It looks like he's frozen here completely, so let's see what happens. He gets back here. I'll just remove him from the stage. Let me move over here to... Now stick with me here, guys, because this is... There we go. All right. So I'm still just trying to get clarification basically on freezing versus just having a stab at it, because you end up with the same card anyway. So I just said I still don't see the advantage of freezing over just taking a guess. Bear in mind, we are not betting like the original. We simply have a jackpot for the winner. This possibly doesn't make any difference. So this is the right challenge to raise because you've removed one of the original incentives, money betting over risk escalation. That does change freeze psychology slightly, but it doesn't eliminate its strategic value. The key misunderstanding is this: freeze isn't about avoiding reset, it's about choosing when risk happens. Even without betting, timing control still matters. Break it down cleanly. Core advantage of freezing your format specifically. Freeze control risk timing. When you freeze, you stop at a strong position voluntarily. Opponent must win a survey question before advancing their ladder. You avoid exposing yourself to bad probability flips, ice card volatility, momentum swings. When you guess, you expose yourself immediately. One bad card hands initiative away. That timing difference matters. Example that makes it click. Player 1 ladder, position 6 of 7 cards cleared. Base card is a king. Odds, most cards lower, good chance, but ice cards still exist. Same rank advancement, rare. Option A, guess lower, possible outcomes best, win the round immediately. Worst, wrong guess. Opponent answers next question. Opponent could run their ladder, momentum last. Option B, freeze. Outcome, you stay at 6, opponent must win question first. You avoid exposing yourself to the ice card, the delay can be huge. Your ice card mechanic makes freeze more valuable. Original card sharks only probability risk, your game probability risk plus random ice card turnover. Freeze reduces exposure to that extra randomness, that's a real advantage. Another scenario, player 1 position 5 of 7, opponent's position 2 of 7, base card is 8, mid risk. Keep guessing, risk losing control unnecessarily. Freeze, force opponent to win survey question, then build their ladder from behind. You control tempo. Psychological advantage, freeze sends a message, I'm close, you need to catch me. Opponent often take riskier guess, overthink survey questions. That's strategic pressure even without betting. Live stream advantage, freeze creates suspense bets, commentary moments, viewer anticipation. Without freeze, game becomes mechanical. Guess, reveal, repeat, less drama. Part reality check, you are correct in one sense. Freeze is slightly less critical without betting stakes, but ice card volatility restores its importance. Ladder preservation keeps tension, so freeze still matters. Freeze didn't exist, the game would become pure probability run, less strategy, less pace and control. That would actually hurt your format. Alright, I think Mr. P must be after completely losing. He's maybe his power went out or something. Josh Mack, hey, thanks for joining. How you doing, brother? Good to have you in here with us. Let me see what Mr. P is saying. Uh, yeah, he's booting up again now, so he'll be back with us here momentarily. Okay, yeah, so I do. I mean, yeah, it does add, I guess, an extra layer to the game. But I would like for there to be, I don't know, maybe a bit more of an advantage to the person that freezes rather than just taking a guess. Okay, GPT is saying that it does, it kind of keeps you in control of the game, but does it really? I mean, its example there is like you're on the king, second from last card. I mean, everybody's just going to say Lord and the king and try to win the game there. Like, there's no one going to freeze in that position. So, um, I don't know. Maybe there's some benefit we can work in with the freezing because Mr. P was saying that if you freeze, do you get the first go at the survey question because you froze as opposed to making a wrong guess, and you actually don't. So it's the player who hasn't been in control that gets to answer the survey question, whether you freeze or you guess wrong. So there's no advantage there. So I don't know. Maybe we can come up with some way of giving it more of an advantage to doing it. But yeah,
Hey, I'm back.
let's
Can you
see.
hear me?
There he is. Hi,
All
Mr.
right.
P.
Just had a quick
What's
outage
happening?
there. Sorry about that.
All right.
Uh,
All good. We're just trashing through the freeze card psychology here and stuff.
okay, very good.
But I mean, bottom line, it just basically comes down to just controlling the tempo of the game. Obviously, it keeps some sort of strategy in the game that it's not just complete luck, whether you get high, low, high, low, high, low all the time. So, give someone an option to freeze. And even if they freeze, it is the player that's not in control of the board that gets to answer the question whether they freeze or take a wrong guess. So there's no advantage there either. So I don't know. I still kind of feel that we should give the freeze a little bit more of a strategic advantage to use it rather than just having a stab. Um,
How do you mean exactly? What up, Josh Mick in the chat? Thanks, brother. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you're doing well.
um, well, basically, that like the only advantage is a momentum advantage. Basically, it's just saying, all right, I'm here, I'm sitting here, I'm freezing my card, and you got to catch me, kind of thing. Like, but it's not that difficult. Maybe sometimes for someone to try and catch me, but I guess let's see how it goes in testing.
Okay.
Keep testing it. We'll see what people think about actually freezing as opposed to just having a cut off it. Like, I still don't see that huge of a advantage. I mean, I just take a stab at it anyway rather than freezing.
Yeah, I mean there isn't none. There isn't any. I understand what the AI is trying to say, but I don't think it's really make doesn't make much sense
No,
as far as a competitive game goes. Like you have to
no,
get
it's kind of
some
forced.
advantage from freezing as opposed to not freezing.
Yeah, some ladder advantage, some question advantage, or I don't know.
Yeah.
I know we're not betting per the ladders, and it doesn't really, freezing doesn't really have any bearing on that either. So
Hmm.
um, I'm not sure. I'm
Okay.
still not buying it. ChatGPT isn't selling it to me.
No, no, not me either. So we need to try and think of some way that that's going to be, beneficial to whoever.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
what are your
But
thoughts on it? Like,
like
what do you think you could do?
I don't know. It's a kind of a fine line, really, because if you make it too beneficial, then everyone will just keep freezing.
Yeah. I mean,
And
what about taking control of, the question? How beneficial is that? If you freeze, you get to answer the question next, first, versus if you just miss your card, the other person gets, or you get it wrong, the other person gets control of the answer in the question.
yeah, I mean that is a possibility. So that being the case, will people just, is that too big of an advantage? Will people just keep freezing?
I mean, the
I
question's
mean,
kind of hit or miss. Like, I think, like with the question,
questions
when
50-50 too. You can be like 1% off, and it's basically a coin toss for the other person at that point. Like,
Mhm. But I mean,
they can go
yeah,
higher. It
yeah.
might only be one higher, but it's still higher.
Yeah, and I mean, when you're saying higher or lower too, I mean, you could look at it both ways, I guess. But do you have an advantage because like you have a whole range, whereas the person that answers first is locked into one specific number, whereas the other person has from that number up or that number down. So they got a way broader range to get it right. You
It's a
know,
coin toss.
yeah. But I mean, that's the game. That's the way the game's played. But
Yeah,
yeah, we need to look at some mechanic. Um, unless if you get it wrong, instead of it going to a survey question again, the other person just gets control
yeah.
and they
Do
can
they get
start
to
their
swap?
ladder run.
Do they get to swap?
Hmm. Do they get to swap? Debatable.
That's
What do you
that's
guys
the
think in the
million dollar
chat?
question.
Let us know what anybody thinks. Um, I mean, let's assume they do. Let's say they do get to swap.
Right, but if yeah, because yeah, if you freeze, then it goes to a survey question, and that's fine. They do get to answer the survey question first, we'll say, because they weren't under control. If we keep that consistent, but if you get it wrong, they get to immediately take a run on the ladder with a swap.
Hmm. But if you freeze, it goes back to a question. So
If you
there's some
freeze, it goes to
stake,
a question.
there's some risk in taking the risk.
Yes, yes.
All right. Okay, well
I
let's
suppose
go with that then.
it'll come down to testing really and see how that is. That it won't like blitz through the round too quickly. That being the case,
Yeah.
because then you can end up with a shootout where it's very similar to the sudden death round right now. That's basically how the sudden death is played.
Hmm.
You get it wrong because there's no freezing in sudden death. So if you get it wrong, the other person just gains control. So it's like a straight shootout. So like we're pushing sudden death territory there by doing that.
Hmm.
The only difference is now you have a freeze option in the regular rounds. That's the real only that's the only difference then between the regular rounds and sudden death round
Right.
is that you can freeze.
Yeah, I guess we can just keep running through it and test it out and see what the flow is like and get an
Yeah,
idea of what the
but I
timing is
suppose
like.
but I suppose the opponent also has the ability to freeze.
Well, yeah, exactly.
So they can swap out their card and they can maybe run one and decide to freeze after that. Then it goes to question, try and gain control. Yeah, I think it could still work. Let's
Okay.
play it as it is for now, and let's let's kind of see how it plays out.
All right. Let's do that.
Okay, so we are here, Mr. P. You just froze,
I froze.
so we're ready for a question.
All right. What percentage of people know at least one crypto term like NFT or DeFi?
So you had control, so this is actually me now, and I'll automate this as well, so that the producer doesn't have to select who's answering the question. It just keeps it whoever, yeah,
Yeah.
whoever wasn't in control answers the question.
Hmm.
So I think a lot of people know the term NFT probably because of Bored Ape, obviously.
Hmm. Yep.
I know I heard a lot of people talk about that, like they would have no clue about crypto. What are them PNGs or NFTs or whatever they are?
Yeah.
So I'm going to say, but obviously crypto is very niche. I think 40% is probably high in these terms, so I'm gonna go for 40.
All right. I'll go lower.
Go lower. What would you reckon it would be?
I mean, just because crypto in general is so kind of niche, even still, NFTs even more so. I mean, I know it did have its time in the sun and with NFTs and that board ape, but I don't know. I'm thinking between 20 and 30, if even. That might even be generous, but see what we get.
Mr. P calls lower. Our survey said. Spot on, Mr. P.
27. There it is. All right. So let's swap
We're
out
back
that
to
7.
control. All right. We got
3.
a
Let's go higher than the 3.
three. King.
Nice. Lord and the King.
Lord and King. Six.
And let's freeze it.
Freeze. Okay. All right. So we'll go to question.
I'm just cutting out Mr. Bitzel here as well, everybody, just in case you're wondering what I'm doing here in the background.
All right. So what percentage of people own at least one piece of band or fandom merch? I'm going to say 35%.
Okay, I'll go higher for shits and giggles.
Pieces higher. Our survey says 47. Correct.
Oh, right, then we could be looking down the barrel of another whitewash here.
Good, yeah. Looks like it.
Let's swap out that 6.
Okay. It's a five.
Oh, awesome. Let's go higher than the 5.
There's a five, seven.
And let's freeze again. I'll give you another shot.
That's very kind of you, my birthday.
Birthday gift.
All right, so it's me to answer again. What percentage of people admit to singing in the shower? Hmm,
Do you sing in the shower, Adam?
I don't really. And if I did, would I admit it? I mean, I don't see why I wouldn't admit it, but I don't really sing.
Yeah.
Um, I'm going to say 55%.
All right. Um, I don't need. Let's go lower. It's a total shot in the dark.
This is lower. 89%.
Wow.
That I wasn't expecting.
No. No,
All
me
right,
either.
I'll swap out that. Oh, great. All right, so I'm gonna go fuck it, higher, of course. Jesus, that's rough.
All right.
All right, Mr. P, you're up here now.
Okay. What percentage of people prefer podcasts over music during commutes? Ooh, tough question. I'd say 40%.
40%. Mm, I'm going to say the podcast era at the moment. I'm going to say it's higher.
All right.
29. Son of
All
a
right.
bitch.
All right.
All right,
Swap it out. All right. Let's go lower than the 10.
more than 10. Okay.
Ah,
All right, come on. It's time for me to make a massive fucking run here now. What percentage of people follow a celebrity on social media? Fuck, that's gonna be high, surely. I'm gonna say 90%.
all right. I'll just say lower for the sake of it. I think you got to be pretty close there. 86.
Fuck. I suppose if I'm saying 90%, I'm backing myself in the corner there.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. All right, you got a 10.
Okay. Let's try lower than the 10 again.
More than a 10. King again.
Ah, two kings off
All
the
right,
board.
this has to be my chance here. What percentage of people have decorated a room with movie posters? I would imagine that's got to be pretty high too when you're young, prepubescent.
Yeah, but what's the number of that? It says people in general, so you got to factor in, you know.
Yeah, but I think like most people when they're young, they're fucking, you know, bands and
Oh,
fucking
have
weddings.
decorate. Okay, yes.
I'm gonna go with 80%.
All right.
Mr. P.
You're at 80. I'll go lower.
P says lower. Survey says, boom, way off the mark. Way off the mark.
Maybe that's not a big thing as, when we were growing up anymore. I don't know. Guess not.
Yeah, I suppose different era.
Different times. It's the digital age now. All right,
Yep.
let's try it one more time.
Lower than the 10.
Yeah, sure. I'm going higher next time if I get it.
All right. Surely I will get a run. What percentage of people prefer paper tickets for live events? I don't know if I'm really digging answering the questions first. Anyway, not after this round.
Yeah.
Um, paper tickets for live events. I mean, in this day and age, I would say it's probably low. I'd say 25%.
All right. I'll just go higher for the sake of it.
Higher,
16.
16%.
All right, Adam, you got this.
Come on now. I'm gonna swap it out. King, there we go. Off the mark, surely. Couldn't be an ace.
You there? I
Three.
think we've lost your
Nice.
audio. Or is that me? Probably me.
Um, can you hear me? Testing. Yeah, I think my audio is good anyway. It's showing up right here on
I'll be
stream
right
now.
back if you can still hear me.
Alright, but I guess I'll continue on my card run. So I'm going to go higher than 3. Ace. Look at that. Lower than the ace. 5. Now, see, the thing is here, I can see where the freeze advantage is coming in here now because he's one off. Well, no, he actually didn't freeze, did he? But if he did freeze, I'd be in a situation here where I'm going to have to run the gauntlet and have to go for it because he's only one off. But the thing is, he didn't freeze, and I'm still in the same position, so I'm still not seeing the advantage of freezing over taking a guess at it. Like, even though he did, you know, he could have swapped out multiple times. So freezing or guessing, I don't think makes any difference here. Like,
No, no, it doesn't. Can you hear me?
yep, can you hear you?
Yeah. Um. Yeah. I mean,
But
it
like,
doesn't. We need to address that.
yeah, I mean, I'm obviously under pressure here now to get up there because you're only a card off, so I'm gonna obviously just keep flaking at it. Like,
Right.
so I'm gonna go hard in the five. Ace, go on. Lord the ace. Three, come on.
Hey, you never
Yes.
said higher or lower after that tree, bro. Cheating. um. Okay. Well, there we go. I think we've addressed the major issue here with the freeze card and just moving on. We need to make that punish people more for getting it wrong.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. I agree. We definitely want to look at that. So I'm going to make a note of that here. If you want to take one quick look back over that. If you want to take a look back at your cards, I'll just put in a prompt here.
All right. So here's Mr. Bitzel. I just cut him out there in the meantime. There with Tommy Gunn. So I did make a copy of the king also, which I can use. Even though actually it's not a copy of the king I want, it's a copy of the queen. So let's make a copy of the queen. Pop that up. Let me hide our Mr. Bitzel right there. And let's pop him in here to get our scale right. So there he is. And it's going to be something along these lines. We'll have that head popping up a little bit too. Okay, so that looks pretty good, I think. I like that. And now let's get him here and we'll rotate him. Edit, transform, rotate 180. And we'll pop, and we'll pop him down here and see how that lines up for us. Not too bad. I can do a little bit of, okay, he needs to be at least there. So it's in conjunction with what we are doing. And it lines up size-wise. Okay. Let me move myself over to this corner here so we can see a little better. So I'm going to take this one. I'm going to drop him below the other one so we got a better idea. And I think what we'll do is we can maybe lose a little bit of this arm right here. Let me get rid of our Gumar in the back. Okay, so it's not looking too bad. Let's change this to a J, capital J. There it is. Let's center it a little more on the heart there. It's looking a bit big. Yeah, and we might adjust this font too if we have to. It's not really working out for us too well. Let me center it up and just tighten it up a little touch. Okay, there's the jack. All right, so what we want to do here now next is let's cut him out and tidy him up a little more. So what I'll do is I'll hide this one down the bottom and I'll continue on my cut here. And just bring it all the way down. And we'll just keep the arm and we'll see what we're going to do with that after the fact. So bring that up here. Just cut around it. Let's okay, so it's working on the shadow. So let's bring it right to somewhere around here and run that down along. Okay. I'm gonna cut it all the way up around here, around the stock. Let's go right to the arm here as well. Okay, so let's cut out that portion of him. Make selection, 0 feather, and delete it. And let's delete that too. That's from our last character that was there. Okay. Now what I'll do is I'll get rid of the other one we had and we will duplicate him again. Keep him in line, edit, transform, rotate 180, and pop him down here. Okay, and we'll drop him underneath the other one. So that's him kind of there, and let's make sure that our widths up here are the same. So it's coming to around there. Let's bring that down. So he needs to go up another little touch, somewhere around there, I think. Okay, that's looking pretty good. I think just need to tidy up the arm here a little bit. So what we want to do is I want to let's hide this. We just drop the opacity a touch. What I'm going to do is actually let's just hide it for a moment. And I'm going to take this arm here and I'm going to just make it its own layer so we can get that overlap looking good. I think that should be enough to cover it. So we'll just make this a layer right here. Make selection. And then we'll make a layer out of that. Control J. Oh, sorry, I was on the wrong one. I need to be on the bottom one. Control J. And then we'll turn on our top guy. Give him back his full opacity. And then we'll take this arm and we'll drop it above it. All right. Okay, so I'm thinking we're going to need to also take this portion here and let's create another layer out of that and put that above. Let's see how that works. Okay, so we're getting closer. So what I can do is I can just take this and we'll just shave this piece off here. Right there. So we just cut around the hand itself so that it works. Okay, avoid the pocket. So we're just going to take the gun to here and down along. No, actually, no, that's not right. Let me drop the opacity on this a little touch just so I can see what's underneath it. No, it's the opacity of this one. Yeah, okay, so we want to bring it along here. And we want to bring it right to the stock here. And keep the stock right there. So this is basically what we're going to cut out to see if we can get this mirror to work a little better. Make selection and we'll delete that. And then let's turn our opacity back up. Okay, there it is. Now, we do have this rogue hand under here, right there, that we might want to address. It looks a little odd. So what we can do is we can maybe take, let's see, that's his other hand. So what we can do is we can just take some of the suit maybe itself. Let's see what we got. We're looking for an area about this size here. We can take that up. So something like this, and we can adjust it after, but let's just go with this for now. J sets its own, and we'll pop it under here, and we'll move it over down here. It needs to be above that. And let's drop the opacity a bit. And let's erase what we got there. Make sure we got our feather as hard. There it is. There's our other black line. Okay, let's put the opacity back up. That might look a little tidier there. Yeah, I think that looks a little better. No. There's the hen right there. And we're going to have to show the stock as well on this side, I think, sticking out. Or maybe we lose it. Let's see. I'll mess around with it anyway. Make sure it's looking right. That's not looking too bad there. What I will try to do maybe now next time is I'll get that stock sticking out here too, the same as it is here. Or maybe we just get rid of the stock on this side. Let's see what that looks like. Does it line up a bit better for us? Let's see. Oh, it's a little heavy there. All right. Okay, that's not looking too bad. Let me save that. Okay, we're coming along nicely. It's looking good. How are you feeling about that, Adam? Where's he at? Oh, he's gone. Oh, you're muted.
Yeah, I'm liking it. It looks really good. Really good.
Right.
Mr. Bitzel has taken on a new form. The enforcer.
The enforcer, baby. All right. Okay, so there's Mr. Bitzel, not looking too bad. For our jack, of course. Yeah, I like it. I like it. That's a very, very good start, I think, for our jack. So, yeah, I'm happy with it. Want to run through another the game here real quick, Adam? We're coming in on the 1 hour and 15-minute mark. So we won't dilly-dally too long. Let's try and run through what you got on your end, and maybe we can call it. We'll be back again tomorrow for some more.
Yeah, so I just went to ChatGPT there just to, because there's a lot of little things that are going to have to change here to implement that mechanic. I trashed it out, and obviously it told me it was a great idea because
That's what it does.
there was no difference really between the two things, even after trying to sell it to me for 15 minutes prior. But yeah, so I basically got it to put out a prompt here that I can drop into Replit to make those adjustments. So it was a pretty, pretty detailed prompt. Here it is. Copy paste, just talk about the current behavior and then the new required behavior and kind of the flow, how it should now work. So I'm going to pop that into ChatGPT, which I pasted it in here. I won't run it now because I do want us to get to the sudden death round here because we haven't tested that yet. So I won't put it going because it can reset the game, refresh the screens, all that kind of stuff if I put it building and we have to start over. So I do want to just get to a sudden death round here to see how that flows for us. And it'll give us a little bit of insight into how this is actually going to work, this change that we're going to make here too. So are we ready to run?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. But we do want Mr. P to win this round, so. Jack. 6, Mr. P.
All right. Nice.
Okay, what was the question? All right. And Mr. P, what percentage of people keep a handwritten journal?
Let's go 30%.
30%. Okay, and I'm going to say higher. 22. You're in control, Mr. P.
All right. Lower than the queen.
Lord and Queen, 3.
All right, higher than the three.
Higher than 3, it's 7.
Higher than the seven.
Higher than 7, King. Nice.
Lower than the king.
Lord and King, Queen.
Lower than the queen.
Lord and Queen, 10.
Lower than the 10.
Lord and 10, Ice.
Ah, okay. You get control now.
Okay, and I think that was one of the things that we adjusted, right?
We wanted to test now that when it comes back to me, if it comes back to me next, what happens with the dice card? Does it take itself off the board? We were something we wanted to try out.
Yes, so now what it's after doing here is just it's after giving me immediate control,
Yes.
which is what we want, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So now I have a 3 and I'm without the ability to swap. So I'm going to go higher than a 3. As you can see here now, this is my producer window. So this is what's after happening here once you hit the ice card. So you're iced, immediately gives me possession, control of the board, and I can't swap. Alright, so I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to go hard than a 3. Queen, lower than the Queen, 2. Come on. I'm just going to go lower than 2 because I don't want to win it. Lower than 2, 4. Wrong call out of mech. Let's see what happens. Mr. P, we've got a survey question now.
Okay. So let me get this right. You can see what the answer is, so we can test out and
Yeah,
see what happens with that ice card.
okay.
Since people tried a new hobby because of an influencer. I'm answering.
Yep,
Let's go with 60%. You can see the answer, so make sure I'm
60%.
right.
Okay. And I'm going to say higher. 43. Okay, let's see what happens with the ice card. Start card run. Mr. P. So the ice card is staying there. It is giving me the option to swap the 10.
Okay. What happens if I go higher or lower here?
I would assume it's going to replace the ice card, but let me just get some screenshots here. This was one of those edge cases.
Yep.
So it's a good time to hit it.
Yeah, get those screenshots. We'll feed them back into Replit. Everybody's watching. We are using replit.com here to build this out as the AI coding software. And we've also been using ChatGPT. We have also been using openart.ai and NanoBanana. And we have also been using Photoshop today. They're all the softwares. We are moonerdust.media, everybody. Go check out the website. This is the Pump Fun Hackathon live build. We're building a live game show, which we will be airing live once it's all complete as part of our big game show umbrella we're building. We've already built one. We've tested it in public. We didn't build that one in public, but we did test it. It was a lot of fun. We're 26 episodes in. It's called Moon or Dust. It's a deal or no deal style game, but a lot of fun. You can see the most recent episode down below in the previous streams. If you want to check that out, you can check out all our previous episodes on our YouTube channel as well. Go and check it out, and they're all accessible through the website too, moonerdust.media. And if you like what we're doing, you love the vision, you love what we're building here, you love our whole ecosystem, feel free to pick yourself up a bag of Mafia token and join the roller coaster with us. All right, so should I give a guess here?
Give a guess. Yeah, I have the screenshots done.
All
So
right.
let's see. I mean, ideally, once you gain control and we go
The
to
ice card
run
should
it,
go. Yeah.
it should just be a face down card.
Yeah.
Should
Yeah. It
change to a
should.
face down card. So higher
Yep.
or lower, or you want to swap?
Let's just go lower than the 10.
Lower than
See
the
what
10.
happens. Yep.
Okay, so it's
It's
at
just
then
locked.
an ice
It's
card.
locked on ice card. No, it's not removing the ice card at all.
Yes,
So
yes,
it's locked
exactly.
on.
Staying. So it handed control back to me. So
Yes.
we're not going to be able to get past it here to get into a sudden death round. Oh
It's
my
all right.
god.
It's all right. We can do it tomorrow. We got plenty of time.
Okay.
And of
All right.
course, everybody that is in the hackathon, or if you haven't entered already, you want to get your skates on because the entry window closes on the 18th, 2 days from now. Um, and we got plenty of time. I'm sure it's going to go on for another month or so or more if it's involving live building, depending on what everybody's building. Give everybody plenty of time. Um, all right. So what do you want to do here, Adam? We're kind of at a standstill here now at the moment, and we're closing in on the hour and a half mark. So I think we'll kind of wrap it up for today.
Yeah, yeah. I'm going to just run this prompt here and just get this fixed basically. So I'm just going to basically say, as you can see on the screen here, we found an edge case player two reveal the ice card on the last on the ladder. This thing give control to player one to run without a survey question. Um, let's see, player two, sorry, player one, and two, 3 of 7 on the ladder, and then player two got the next correct and gained and control. So I'm going to say issue the ice card remained and kept the player locked. This should become a face down card immediately after that player gained back control. And the architect into this logical issue and provides a surgical and robust fix. So I'm going to run that prompt and get this fixed once and for all, but it was good that we came up against that, which and I mean that could have happened at any stage in the letter, not necessarily just being the last one, because even if you do answer correctly, it's just keeping you locked on that step in the letter regardless, because you got the ice. It's not resetting the ice card. So it should reset the ice card. So I will run that prompt and see where we get to. In the next episode, we will have that fixed and we can continue on and get to the next stage we're going to do then is I think we look at, after we do a test on the sudden death round, if we can get to it next time.
You're frozen, by the
So
way. You might need to open up StreamYard there so we can see you moving.
Okay, there
Okay,
we
there
go.
we go.
Yeah, so I think the next thing we're going to do then is we'll try and play a certain debt round and see how that flows when the control is just swapping over and back without survey
Hmm.
questions.
Yeah,
And then if that feels good, I think we'll implement our prompt, which we previously did in ChatGPT. Obviously, I just had to kind of abandon that. I had that loaded up there to go, but after finding that ice condition, we need to kind of jump on that first.
yeah,
So, yeah, we kind of take it from there then and get through, try get through a full game and make sure it all feels entertaining, obviously, is the most
yeah,
important part.
and it flows well and all that. But yeah,
Yeah,
another good one. We got the Jack done. We got Mr. Bitzel in there as our Jack enforcer. I'll keep tipping away at those as well, getting them ready. And then I guess the last kind of color card, if you could call it that, will be the ace. But that's kind of pretty standard too when it comes to that. So, for the most part, we got a lot of stuff done. We got to finalize the backing. We got to get a name for this as well. But I'll continue building out. And appreciate everybody tuning in. This is Mooner Dust Media. You can visit our website, moonerdust.media. This has all been part of the Pump Fun Hackathon, Building Public Live. And we've been doing this for 9 episodes so far. We'll be back with episode 10 tomorrow. And we'll continue building this out in every facet. I hope everybody's learning something out there. Of course, we also had our trending show before this. We interviewed 3 other projects that have entered in the hackathon. If you haven't seen that, you can see it down below there in previous streams. Look at the trending from today. You check out those interviews. We'll also be dropping all of these tomorrow on all our other channels on YouTube, on X, on Rumble as well. So in the meantime, I guess go and check out what we got going on. If you want to pick up a bag of Mafia token and join the ride with us here, go ahead and do that too. Very much appreciate 130 million tokens locked for 1 year on there as well. So we are in this for the long haul, everybody. So yeah, um, I guess that is it. We're off to enjoy. Well, Adam probably has done some birthday celebrations already. He's on the other side of the world, but I'll be doing some here after I finish up on the farm today. Once I get in, the weather is miserable, so I'm not looking forward to that. But you got to do what you got to do.
it's
Um,
absolutely brutal here as well at the moment.
yeah,
Wind, crazy wind, rain, nuts.
yeah. But yeah, so thanks everybody. Appreciate everybody that tuned in with us. A lot of fun. Excited to get this build going, get some of the graphics and aesthetics lined up here once we dial in the functionality in the gameplay. But we're going to continue doing this. Excited for it. Adam, you got anything you want to say to everybody before we sign off for the day?
No, just it's enjoyed to get that. So it's always good when you find little edge cases and stuff like that when we're running through it. Mr. Bitzel card is looking awesome, so I think another solid show. I know it's an hour and a half, but I think we'll start this week. There's going to be big changes in how everything is playing and how everything is looking as well by
Mm-hmm.
the end of the week. So I'm really looking forward to getting this week. Obviously, the journey is going to be great, but I'm looking forward to getting to the end of this week and seeing how much different it's going to be from now. So, yeah,
Yeah.
keep tuning in. Hope everyone's learning something. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Very nice. All right, guys. Well, we will chat to you all later. Love you all. Appreciate you all so much for tuning in. Hope everybody's learning something out there. Hope some people are maybe building alongside us too, or getting the courage to go and do it. It's not as daunting as you think. But yeah, go and check it out. Look at all the softwares we're using if you want to join us. Yeah, keep following along. And yeah, that's it. Love you guys. We'll see you all tomorrow, first for the trending show, and then we'll be back for the hackathon show after that. So everybody, take care and have a wonderful evening.
What is going on, everyone? I am DeFi Sean, and Pump That Fun and the entire crypto world is about to get hit with the coolest thing it's ever seen, because Mod Media is joining the Build in Public Hackathon on Pump That Fun. We've done it once with Lunar Dust, our high production game show that's about 25 episodes in front of everyone on YouTube. But this time, for our second game, we're going to be building live on Pump That Fun for everyone to see. So let's go ahead, and get into it. And for those that don't know me, I am DeFi Sean, the owner of Crypto and Cause Investing, both the YouTube channel and the marketing company, and one of the co-founders of Mod Media, joined by my partners Adam and Mr. Bitzel. We're building live entertainment that actually converts attention into on-chain activity. And the problem we're solving is simple. We all know crypto has amazing technology, but horrible engagement. Builders are either building something too complex or flat out too boring. Also, builders have the problem of getting people to engage and stay locked in, and most of the marketing they do feels fake or inorganic. Mod Media fixes that though by turning crypto into live, interactive entertainment. We go live 5 days a week with what we call Mod Trending, covering the top 5 projects trending on our bot. For those that didn't join us on YouTube building Lunar Dust, it is a high production deal or no deal style game where developers go head to head against our whales, picking their wallets for a chance to win up to 1,000 USD. Then that second game is coming to Pump That Fun. But exactly what are we going to be doing? We're going to be coding live. We're going to be testing it live. We're going to be bringing up community members to play the game, to break it, and to work out all the bugs in front of everyone to see. And at the same time, we're going to be bringing Mod Trending to Pump That Fun, Lunar Dust to Pump That Fun, and also teaching builders how to utilize AI for graphics, branding, and content creation. If you make crypto fun to watch, people stick around. And if people stick around, builders win. And when builders win, that's how entire ecosystems are built. And I hope Pump That Fun and our competitors are ready, because when Mod Media hits Pump That Fun, it is going to be essentially over. What we do, no one does it better, and the entire market is about to see that. So go ahead and strap up and enjoy the entertainment.